Alright, welcome to today's lesson where I'll be working with small drawing and then I'll prompt you to work on it as well. So this is Ramon Ramirez here with the Art 1 class, and we'll be prompting this also for the Art 2, so you can kind of work on this as a little sketch. So we'll begin with a very basic form, and then I'll be working in pencil, and then of course we'll be sharing with you a couple of more details on this drawing. So let's go ahead and start. Our topic today will be a fish, and then we'll try and make it as decorative as possible, but we're going to try and start with basic forms. So let's see how we do on that element. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic sort of like an oval, and it'll be around somewhere around like this radius. Let me get okay, there we go. So we can kind of start off with that circle. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. This will be for purposes of visual, so later we will erase some lines and work with that. Okay, there we go. And then from there we're going to make a good part of the mouth. We're going to extend this part a little bit out, curve it in. So we'll do that to our front part, okay? And then we'll be adding an eye. We're going to do two circles. One's going to be a large one, like around this size. And then we'll put the other one in the middle. Sort of like in the middle. It's going to be looking like a little bit more up to the front, so we're going to move that. And then possibly a third circle in the corner. We can shade this part in. There we go. And then we will be working on the tail. For the tail, we'll do a little small curve here to extend out, and then we'll extend it out like this towards the corner of your paper. Make sure it's nice and big. Don't hesitate to go big. We'll then have a center point here, and then we'll connect it up towards that tail. And then that's our tail for the fish, okay? So if you can get to that point, just kind of work with it a little bit. Try and get in there with some shading. See how far you can get. Okay, and then we'll do the top fin. It'll go back like this, and then it'll curve to the body like that. So we'll establish those two shapes for the top fin. Okay. Okay, on the bottom we're going to do like an upside down V formation. Right here, almost like where there would be like a chin, sort of, but not really, since it's a fish. And then we'll curve it a little bit like this. So remember, it's like an upside down V formation. Okay, probably go as low as I need to down here. And then from this point of that other line, like right here, we're going to make another, like a curve like this. And then we'll establish another curve from here. Okay. So try and make your lines stronger at the end. For now, we're going to leave them in a sketchy formation. I'll leave all the lines that I have available, and then we'll erase at the end. In the back of the fish, we'll do another small fin. Okay. And then what's going to happen is we'll do a couple of shapes in the fish. So just keep going with that. Try and get your lines established. Get them a little bit stronger. Give yourself some time to work on that. Okay, and then right behind the eye, we're going to try and separate the, sort of like the head a little bit, kind of like this. Okay. And then just for purposes of working on an additional fin, we'll probably put one here. Okay. We'll put one here. Okay. So if you can get your lines strong, make them intense at the end. You can do them sketchy for now, but just know which parts are going to be making a little bit darker. Okay, so on the body, we're going to work on the body. We'll be adding a couple more details, sort of like using the letter U. We'll be applying that shape as part of the fish. And it's going to go in this section. What you'll do is you'll do like a U formation, and then just follow the line that we have established here, and then just go down the row. Okay, that's the first row of design that we'll put on the fish. We'll do a second, third, and fourth. So if you can make time for that part, we can work on that fish. We'll work on that. You might want to start, like, the next one can end at the tip of the next layer, so they can kind of fit nice and snug overall. That's our second row of design of the scales on the fish. And then we'll do a third and we'll do a fourth. Okay, here's our third wave. Okay, and then we'll do our fourth one and just have it filled up. If you need to do a fifth one, because depending on how much space you have, that's fine too. Just keep going. And then that'll be our body part already filled out. What you can do is you can also erase the head, extra lines that you have up here. And then modify as needed. Okay, so if you can follow that along, that'd be amazing. We might want to add two little lines here so it can breathe in the water. And then on the top, you feel free to decorate as you wish. We can leave like a border, and then we can decorate on inside. And then we can make lines that kind of just go in one direction. Like that. You decide how you want to make that part, okay? You can change it around too. Okay, so then we'll do the bottom. We can also do an outline on the inside. And then you can decide how you want to do the layout, like that. You can decide any lines that you want to put on there as a pattern will be fine. Because later what we're going to do is we can either shade it in or we can also color it in, okay? So we're going to use this one as a practice. So if yours comes out, you know, a little different, that's fine. The variations are okay. Here I'm just going to do lines extending out from that fin. Here I'll continue the outline on the inside. And then just fill it in like that with my design, my pattern. And then here I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to fill in the outline on the inside. Okay. And then the difference is I'll be adding a little bit of a different design. So I'm going to add just circles, small ones, little ones. Okay, just randomness being filled in. Okay, I'll leave it like that. And then just what we'll do is we'll finalize the outline, and then I'll ask you to color this sample. So then that way you have some time to do that. You'll have the time available to work on the fish. Okay. So this video will help you out. If you want to replay it, feel free to replay it so you can kind of have an idea. A couple more things we'll add to this, and then you can continue the rest of the assignment to be done on your time with color. And then we can make sure we get you here for attendance, and of course we'll check you in, and then we will assist you on the next day in making this a little bit more refined. But for now, you can add like maybe 3 circles, a little one, a medium one, and then maybe just a small one. Okay. Within those 3 circles, you can add like a little box just to show a little bit of reflection. And if you want to add like little ones here, 1 and 2, 3, that's fine. Okay. So your objective will be to increase the outlines, make them nice and dark. On your fish. And then of course you can work on the coloring with the extra time that you will have available. That's going to be your studio time for finishing up the fish. Okay. So if you notice, the outline I'm doing, it's going to be a little bit more, a lot more darker, a little bit more intense, and that's fine. And then what I'll do is, if you check Google Classroom, I'm going to leave a couple more resources available so that you can try a couple more drawings as well. All right. So make sure you have in your sketchbook, you put your name on your drawing, and you work on the outlines at the end. See how the outline brings it out more? That's what I would like for you to work with. And make sure this is in your sketchbook so that we can count it for you. And it can be amazing, an amazing fish. Alright? So what we'll do is we'll have you look at Google Classroom. Once you finish this, feel free to either shade it in or do it in color. Okay? I would suggest color. Because that way it's going to be something that's going to be more fun to fill in. Okay? So on each section of each scale, feel free to fill in a different color. That way it looks amazing, and it can be a beautiful piece that you'll have in your sketchbook. But make sure that your outlines are nice and thick on the outside, and then of course fill them in with color so we can work with that. Okay, don't forget the bubbles on the fish. Darken up the eye, make it look amazing, and add some fun variation on the pattern so that your fish really looks fun to see. Okay, and then of course do it in full color pencil, and then leave it in your sketchbook so we can grade it later. Okay. Thank you once again. This has been Mr. Ramirez here with the art class. Whether it's art 1 or 2, go ahead and attempt to draw this fish, make it look fantastic, and then we'll continue with the next lesson as we proceed throughout the week. Thank you very much.